Hello, Magi here, and welcome back to another episode of Top 10s. So this time, the list we're going to follow will be a certain cast. One from a very cherry time. Some may consider it perfect. But yes, today we're going to be covering pictures that will involve the girls from Perfect Cherry Blossoms, the second game when it came to the Windows era, which also introduced Sakuya as a playable character, which is something that still happens from time to time. Let's see how the PCB crew will handle this list. So without further ado, let's begin the top 10 PCB pictures. Number 10. When it comes to incidents, the best people you want to ask to fix that shit would have to be Raymond and Marissa. They're pretty good at their jobs, which is kicking the shit out of people. What a great job. But sometimes you may be bored with the same old two and want to spice things up. And that's where Sakuya comes in. Being the newest playable character in the next game after her first appearance, set a precedent that even the enemies we just dealt with can be playable in the future. After Sakuya, we had girls like Youmu, Sanae, Raisin, Aya, and Chiruno as playable girls in the main series. Although Marissa would technically be the first due to the PC98 era, but hey, we're focusing on Sakuya right now. But anyway, it would appear that the elegant maid had quite the opponent to deal with in the game. How fitting that the two bladed users meet up and clash. Both humans, well, one is half, mind you. Knives versus katana. Personally, I give it to the katana, but I'm sure Sakuya can prove me wrong. Either way, this is gonna be a good battle. Although we know Sakuya wins given, you know, she's the playable character and they tend to win. Number 9. Good old Lettie. If there's one thing we know quite well about this snow girl, is that she likes the winter. At least I think so, given she's only seen during the winter. But you never know, she could be out during the other 3 seasons, just being super sneaky and all that shit. Or she could just be chilling at wherever she is. That works too. She said she hibernates during the summer, but Hopeless tells us otherwise, since that took place during the summer as well. Regardless of the fact, I might have found out just where Lettie hangs out during most of her time. Now, I would be a damn fucking liar if I said I want to do the exact same thing as Lettie is right now. I'm sure you've wondered how fluffy Rand's tail is. I've certainly had. So what better way than to feel them personally? I gotta say, Lettie's got a good setup while she waits for the winter. So bloody jealous of that bitch. Number 8. So the Prismriver sisters. They play music? And they're ghosts? Yeah, I don't really have much for the 3. You'd think having 3 sisters would give you a lot of material to talk about, but you'd be surprised. Hell, even Tokiko was easy to deal with when it came to creating scripts. And bitch has never been in a game, let alone have an official name. So I'm just gonna show you the picture to make my life easier. I gotta admit, I did get a little nostalgic seeing the picture. Not because of the Ghostbuster gadget, which would be fair to think, but because I used to watch a TV show where they had kids go into supposed haunted house / mansions and investigate them with some ghost detection gear and all that. They tried to see if they could find anything. I just found out the show was called Ghost Trackers, which sounds about right. So yeah, aside from my tangent, I just love the face Lunasa has while Aya's tracking for ghosts. Lunasa's either thinking, bitch, are you for real? Or, I'm right behind you, you know? Either way, it appears that Lunasa's gonna be dealing with Aya for some time. Number 7. So Yuyuko has a nasty ass power, the ability to manipulate death. Basically, if she wants you dead, you're dead. Can't counter that as far as I can tell anyway. Luckily, she's not a super asshole, so you don't have to worry about random deaths from her. But that might not be the case for this picture.
I've won. Exactly as planned.
Oh shit. Things could get very rough. A little redundant that Yuyuko needs the death note, but hey, you never know. Although to be fair, if Light had Yuyuko's power, the whole deal with L and Nier could have been dealt with much easier. But it wouldn't have been epic, that's for sure. Either way, let's just hope Yuyuko doesn't go all Kira-like, because we don't need Kinsokyo to have a god of the new world and some other shit. Number 6. Good old Alice is a little special when it comes to PCB. She has no true role in the incident like the other girls before Stage 4, but there's a reason to that, which I'll explain in the interesting Touhou facts, hopefully. That, and she's one of the few PC 98 characters that's in the Windows era. So important gal, I must say. The main thing about Alice would have to be her doll manipulation ability. Let's just say she's using her ability to the fullest extent. I think, anyway. Well, Gino would be an upgrade to her existing dolls, I would assume. But in all honesty, I don't know anything about Gino, minus him being in the Super Mario RPG game. And the only reason I chose this picture was because I've heard of a few times of people wanting this guy in Smash. And after the trailer from E3, it does not appear to be the case. But you never know. We still have time before December, plus DLC as well, or the dream could be dead. There's also that. Number 5. While she may have only appeared in Stage 1 as the mid-boss, she's still the strongest, mind you. But if Touhou has taught us anything, and it's that even beings as strong as Chiruno can have their weaknesses, although it appears that Chiruno has learned to handle them. Aww, Chiruno, don't you have wings to stop that from happening? This is awesome! I'm not slipping anymore! I gotta say that my face would look exactly like Dayusei had I been in her position. I would say to Chiruno, you little shit! That's not what I meant! But hey, in the end, the most important part is that Chiruno stops falling. And if she accomplishes that, then good on her. I mean, you could have just flied with those wings, but whatever. You do you, Chiruno. Number 4. In PCB, if you recall, the main perpetrator was Yuyuko, as she wanted the essence of spring so she could make the Saigyo Ayakashi bloom. It sounded innocent until we learned that the thing is a killer tree. And we don't want that, now do we? The thing is, the one who did most of the work, however, would have to be Youmu. The gardener had to travel throughout Kinsokyo to gather the essence, while Yuyuko was chilling at home. While it sucks Youmu was stuck doing all the work, it appears she had help when it came to the gathering. When you're tired of flying, this is a good approach. Look, if I were Reimu or Marissa and I seen Yomu's mount, I would have been like, fuck this, I'm out of here, you do your shit. And pretend I never saw anything. This thing is way too creepy for my taste, and let's hope we never see it again. Number 3. One of the craziest crew PCB introduced would have to be the Yakumos, Yukari, Ran, and Shen. Yukari being the devious super mastermind behind a lot of shit, Ran being the faithful Shikigami / servant to her, and the other Shikigami, Shen. She doesn't really do much, honestly, but hey, she's there, and that's the important part. So let's see what kind of activities they deal with on a daily basis. Yukari-sama, let's play Old Maid together! Old Maid. Lol, you can't do that, Shen. If you play that, Yukari-sama can't win at all. Because Yukari-sama herself is... It started so innocent with Chen wanting to play Old Maid, but oh no, Ran had to open her big fucking mouth. I mean, honestly, at that point, you were just asking for an ass whooping. I can't even feel sorry for Ran here. Just pure stupidity at best. Hell, I don't even know if Chiruno would have done that dumb shit. And this is the strongest we're talking about here. Oh well, lesson learned for Ran, that's for sure. Number 2. So this next picture is going to focus on Youmu once more, and again we're going to be dealing with her phantom half, sorta anyway. But it won't be as scary as the last picture, although you could debate about that, and I wouldn't blame you one bit.
Devil may cry.
I'm conflicted. Now I can imagine Yoki to be an excellent spiritual fighter to assist Youmu, but would I really trust him with a face like that? But for real, I love the concept of Yomu's Devil Trigger to summon a spiritual Yoki to her side. It's similar to Nero's Devil Trigger. I can just imagine Youmu being super stylish in a DMC type of game. Plus, with the announcement of Devil May Cry 5, you bet my ass I'm fucking pumped for it. Number 1. Now that's one thing to know about Yuyuko, the absolutely most important part about Yuyuko would have to be her hunger. Her hunger is legendary in the series, like mentioned, could rival even Kirby. Hell, Even Youmu makes note of Yuyuko's crazy hunger and strange creator. So let's showcase how far Yuyuko will go for her meal. Look, I ain't no ghost expert and some shit. You can ask the Ghostbusters or anyone else for that matter. But I was not aware ghosts or possibly phantoms in this picture had similar features to a fucking egg! Not only that, it could entirely be Yomu's phantom half. Youmu has a big ass reaction to Yuyuko's actions. But at the same time, it could also be due to the fact a bloody phantom slash ghost had a yolk in them. Whether it's her phantom half or not, I would have lost my shit seeing Yuyuko doing this. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Which pictures were your favorite? Do you think Lettie made the right decision on touching Rand's tail? Do you think Rand was being a true dumbass at that point? Or are you going to question ghosts slash phantoms after seeing Yuyuko cracking this one? If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe, or else Yuyuko might do that to me once I'm dead. And that would be so fucking surreal. Either way, this is Magi, and thanks again for watching.